Hi, everybody. My name is Sandy Conard, and I'm joined tonight with Pope McElvy, and we're going to be presenting the road to gold, the not only the how, but the why you want to be at gold. The purpose of tonight's webinar is going to be more of that. This is not going to be a comp plan training. We will be doing a detailed comp plan training on the 31st. So look for your invite on that shortly. We're going to start out with why it's an investment in your business. And I picked this picture because normally when you start a business, you usually have to go to the bank and then fight your way to get into their vault to borrow some money. And in this business, we don't have to do that. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Pope, if you want to put your comments in on investing in your business.
Yeah, I do, Sandy. Yeah, I love this cartoon you have here. The guy is not only gone to the bank and asked for some money to get his business started, but he's fully into the vault, head first, and fully, obviously, his shoes in debt to get his business started. I think that one of the things that I always try to impress upon people is that NHT offers a serious business, and it's structured to reward those who take it seriously. And this is really like any other real business. It requires understanding the business you are in, what is the business model that you're in, how does it work, and it requires an investment. So when you analyze the NHT business structure, it is really quite clear that the maximum income is generated at the gold pay level. In fact, it's obvious that when someone joins NHT as a distributor, their only thought really should be, how fast can I get to the gold level? Tonight we're going to talk about the road to gold and why and how. One of the things I like to say is the road to gold is paved with gold, because literally as you move in that direction, you are generating a business of the future. The second requirement, in addition to understanding the business, is investment. No business can be successful without investment of money and time and focused effort. If you were going to open a retail business, for example, or really any business, it's obvious that you would have to invest in, all the things that you need to get that business started, the retail space, the inventory, employees, and of course much more. More than likely, you would have to continue investing in your business for quite some time, even years, before you made a profit. You may be able to to pay yourself a salary, and the hours you put in are long and exhausting. This is what it takes to start and build a successful business. And our business is really no different. In NHT, we have to be prepared to make an investment as well as anyone in any regular business does. We have to make an investment in money and time and in our focus. The financial investment is quite small for us in this business when compared to a traditional business, and the profits can be generated quickly. Certainly we don't want to have to wait years to start earning profits in our business, and we don't have to if we take it seriously and we do the things that we need to do. So becoming gold is really our investment in our own business. And we're going to talk about the ways to become gold, but whether you do it with a single initial order, which requires really a small investment, less than $1,000 in a single order to get at that gold pay level from the very beginning, or if you do it over time, either way, that is your investment in your business. If you do it the slow way, you may not make much money. We have a lot of people that have come into our business at the lowest level as bronze, and they've expressed some concern because they've worked and they've enrolled people, and yet they really haven't made very much money. But there's a way to look at that that's really important, and it's to take the long view rather than the short view. The short view is, how much money am I making today on this sale? The long view is to understand that all the work that you're doing is your investment. That is your investment in your business. And the work that you put in is a long-term investment that will reward you more than you can possibly imagine. In this company, it's really amazing the kind of incomes that are being generated. There are over 50 millionaires, and we're talking about people who are earning over $1 million in the business. And for folks who want to just make a few extra $100 per month, or an extra few $1,000s a month, or an extra $10,000 a month, there are very few companies in this industry that can compare. But it does not matter if you're going to build a big or small business. The first step is that you have to reach that gold level, because that is where the income is really earned. So Sandy, let's talk about why it is important to become a gold.
Okay, why the pay level of gold? Some of you have come up with this, when I'm trying to explain the comp plan, you have this look like a deer caught in headlights. So hopefully tonight we can help clear up some of that. When you're looking at why gold, when you reach the pay level of gold, you earn product discounts. At the level of gold, it's up to 34% off of the retail price. Silver, it's up to 11, and bronze, it's up to 3%. Now this is also where they're talking about the retail profit. This is where if you're having people buy in your storefront and they purchase product, you're going to see your retail earnings would be the difference on the pay level, that the discount that you've earned and what they bought at. So you could make up to a 34% retail profit. Is there something you'd like to add to that, Pope?
I would. I've looked at a lot of network marketing companies over my 40 plus years, almost said 50 years in the industry. It's not too far off from that. And I've seen a lot of compensation plans and a lot of ways that companies structure their business. This company has really structured it as a retail model. And this is a reflection of that. All of the products in the NHT product line are what we call tiered pricing, so that the highest tier, of course, is retail, and then bronze is 3% discount off retail, silver is the 11, and gold is the 34%. This is the case with all the products in the NHT product line, and very soon, as of July 1st, it will also be the case with our STEM Renew. So this is something that you will be hearing more and more about as we move forward. I know that Joe and Tina are going to be doing some calls on this, so stay tuned for that. But it is something that is going to put every distributor in our company in a position to earn some significant retail profits in their business.
Awesome. Okay, when we're looking at generation bonus, this is everybody that you've personally enrolled. At Gold, you get 10% of the BV of their order. Now this is their enrollment orders and all of their reorders, and reorders are also their shopping cart orders. At Silver, it's 5%, and at Bronze, it's 3%. Anything you'd like to add here, Pope?
Well, just that taking a look here, you can see that the bronze discount or the bronze bonus on the generational bonus is 3%. That's not a lot. So that means that somebody who is a bronze will be enrolling someone else, and they'll come in and they'll make 3% on the BV of their initial order. They'll make 3% on all of their reorders. Those are on their personally enrolled people on level 1. Look at the difference, 3% or gold at 10%. Another very, very clear and obvious indication of where you need to be if you're going to be in this business. I have said this from day one, that if you are going to be in this business as a distributor, you need to have the mindset that the only place you're going to be is gold. And how fast can you get there?
Absolutely.
This is another indication of that, Sandy.
Yeah, when you're looking at the bronze, it's 3 times. You'll make over 3 times the income going to gold on this one and double at silver.
And this is just on level one. Let's take it down to the next level.
Yep, on level 2, now this is on your reorders, and your sponsored distributor also has to be at gold for this to open up for you. At gold, you get 5%. At silver, it's 3%. And at bronze, you don't get anything on your second level for the generation bonuses on their reorders. And when we take it down to the third level, gold is the only one that gets paid at 3%. Now again, I want to stress this is for your distributors that you personally enroll that are also at gold. So when we're looking at this comp plan, it is really about forming a team and making sure that you value your team members and helping them get to gold. So even if they do it in the initial order, if it takes them a year or 2 years, when we get later on into the numbers, you're going to see eventually you're going to get to gold.
Let's be just totally honest about this, Sandy. This compensation plan is outstanding for people who are going to take this business seriously and really go to work. It is not very much someone who wants to hang out at bronze for the rest of their career. Of course, they won't anyway, as we'll see in a little while, because this volume accumulates. We'll talk about that when we get into the how.
Yeah, and then, the next step is your cycle checks. This is where, otherwise known as your binary. When you have 2,500 on one leg and you have 1,250 on, the lesser volume leg, at gold, you get paid 20% of that lesser volume. So it's $250. At silver, it's 10%, so $125. At bronze, it's 5%, so it's $62.50. So I'm going to kind of put myself out on a limb here, but if you're at bronze, what you can do is, if you have that other leg being built, don't put a person on the strong leg until you're actually at gold, so that you'll cycle and get the $250 instead of the $62.50. But when we're looking at this, it'll compound as we get into the check matches, the importance of having your team members at the gold level. Anything you'd like to add on this, Pope?
Well, and we'll talk more about being qualified in just a little while, but the important thing to understand here is, and this goes to the recommendation you made, the strategy that you made about not putting anyone on your strong leg until you have reached the gold level. All of that volume holds as long as you are qualified. So even though you don't have someone enrolled on your left and your right leg, you're just working your right side, or not right side, your pay leg or your small leg, you're just working that one until the volume is there, or until you qualify to be gold through one of the means that's available. And then you put that person on the other side. All that volume is there, and you start getting paid immediately as a gold.
Absolutely. It's when the cycle happens at whatever pay level you're at is what you're going to get paid at for that volume, not at the level that you were at when it started accumulating.
And one of the things I love about this plan, Sandy, is how easy it is to qualify to be paid and stay qualified.
Yeah, I love it. And, we're going to be getting into the comp plan and the details and the beauty of all of the details on the 31st. When we're talking about the matching bonus, this is where you get a match on everybody that you personally enrolled, and you'll see if you're at gold, it'll go deeper. Now this one, it's of their cycle checks. Now on this one, you don't have to have your personally sponsored be at gold to have this open up. So this is for you no matter what, that you get this. Gold, it's 10%, silver, it's 5%, and bronze, it's 3%. Again, this is on your personally enrolled. And when we get to the second level, this would be your those that you personally enroll that they bring in. At gold, you get 5%, silver, it's 3%, and bronze, nothing. And when we get to the third level, at gold, it's 3%. Well, let's put this into some realistic numbers for you so that you can understand. When you're looking at your team members, they are a treasure to you. Yeah, and I mean, treasure your team members. So what I'm trying to show here is if you are at gold and your personally sponsored distributor cycles once, if they're at gold, you would get paid $25 on that cycle. If they are at silver and you're at gold, you would get paid $12.50. And if they were at bronze and you were at gold, it's $6.25. So you can see how this, when you multiply it out by everybody that you personally enroll, how that can compound. And it's the same type of numbers when we're getting into level 2 and level 3. So it can really impact your checks dramatically if you can help your team members get to gold. Comments on this, Pope, or anything?
Just another obvious indication of where you need to be if you're going to really seriously build this business.
Okay, next we're going to cover how to get to the pay level of gold. If you had any questions on the why, please enter them in the chat box. I'm going to just take a minute because I do see that I have questions in here and I'm not sure if it's just people telling us that they could hear us. So let me just check on that. And then if there's no questions on the why, we'll get into the how.
While you're checking, Sandy, I'm going to just comment on the cartoon you have there, the guy climbing the stairs. I love it that you have a smile on his face, Sandy.
Oh, that's because he knows he's going to get to the top no matter
Yeah.
what.
Right. He knows where he's going, and he knows what's at the end of that rainbow, that gold bow.
I'm trying to figure out how to get my questions to show up. It was just here. All right, there we go. I don't want to just see who has their hands raised. I want to actually see what their questions are. All right. I apologize, guys. This is the, I haven't done a GoToWebinar in several years, and I was playing with it today, but I didn't have where it was showing me how to see the hands that were raised. Come on. Justin, can you Skype me if yours was just a question, if it was just in response? And Tina, if you can Skype me how I'm supposed to see these. Sorry, guys.
While we're waiting on that, Sandy, why don't we go ahead and we can come back to the questions that might relate to the why.
Okay, I actually can see them. Thanks for doing this. Yes, we can hear you. You're doing good. Okay. I'm going to just minimize that and we'll get on to the how.
Okay.
Okay, when we're looking at, as long as you stay qualified, and when we're talking qualified, it's your auto ship or your auto bank. You've heard us talk about this a lot, so I'm not going to get into the details there. It's just one or the other. Once you're qualified, all of your volume will stay accumulating. So if you're on auto bank, you don't have to worry. All your volume will just keep accumulating. There's no time limit for how long it takes you to get to gold. Therefore, no matter what, as long as you stay focused and work the business and share, you have to become gold. Again,
and there's an incremental step there, Sandy, of silver, which is also, of course, a much better position to be in than gold. And most people get the silver pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And then the next step is gold.
Absolutely. When we're looking at it, there are 3 ways to earn the commission rank of gold: your initial purchase, your personal volume, accumulate it, and accumulating your personal volume and your personal group volume. And the third one's the hardest one to understand. So we did create a video on this. So, there is a video that goes into a little more detail, but let's see if we can get through this. When you're doing your personal, on the initial enrollment, you can order one of the gold packages, they're 500 BV, they'll automatically put you at gold. Or you can do an order with an accumulation of 1,000 BV and a business builder package, which will become no charge when it's purchased with 1,000 BV and you are at gold. Now, if you can't afford to do that, to get at gold, here's a little bit of the strategy that I've been helping my team members with. Because we have the bronze option right now where the business builder package is included, and that goes through May 29th. You can order and what I'm recommending is that you order a bronze package, which is 90 BV, and if you're doing one with the Energen and the Omega or the one with the face products, those are all at the gold pricing except for, of course, the Stem Renew, which isn't tiered pricing yet. And if you can afford to do it, if you can add the 5-pack of Stem Renew plus the 1 Omega, that's at 180 in BV. The combination of the two would give you 270. 250 is needed on the initial order and you're at silver. So you can get yourself kind of, if you can't get fast track to the gold, maybe you can fast track to the silver by doing the 5 Stem Renew and 1 Omega or other products that you would want and get it to the 250. So it's kind of like a compromise in between. If you don't do that on the initial order for silver, it is 500 to accumulate. Any comments you want to add on that one, Pope?
Just Sandy, that this is where investment comes in your business in terms of the financial investment in your business, because we're talking here about the distributor, the new distributor purchasing these products. Now, the interesting thing and wonderful thing here is that there is an investment, but that investment is represented by product that you receive so that you can use that product yourself, your family. You can sell that product and get a return on that investment right away. But it is the financial investment you make in your business. This is the fast track, as Sandy said, and it's the most ideal way to say it. I will add one other thing here, Sandy, and it has to do with the fact that the distributors who come in with a bronze pack, for example, at some point later decide that they want to go ahead and jump straight to gold. They can go into their back office and they can order the gold pack and they qualify immediately at gold. So that's another option. It's not something that is advertised, but it is something that works.
Yeah, it works right now. We don't know how long it is going to work. So, like Pope said, you can come in at bronze and you can upgrade right now by buying one of the gold packages and become gold. But again, we don't know how long that's going to stay. Okay, oops. The second way is accumulating your personal volume. So you would enroll with the Business Builder package and you accumulate purchases, so your own personal purchases plus all of the purchases that come through your shopping cart. And when you reach a total of 1,250 BV or higher, you're at gold. So I'm going to put this up where we have an example. If you enroll with a bronze package and your business builder package, again, that business builder pack is included in the bronze packages right now until May 29th. If you sell 29 bottles of Stem Renew through your personal shopping cart, you're at gold. So, if you don't have the money right now to do the investment in gold, go out, sell 29 bottles of Stem Renew, have them go into your shopping cart, and that's your online storefront, which is going to be your NHT Global / whatever your web alias is, and they click on that little thing that looks like a shopping cart. And then if you have your shopping cart set up in your back office, they'll be able to order that. And if you don't have your shopping cart, on Awesome Synergy, there's some getting started videos that Justin did that'll help you with how to do that. Anything you want to add here, Pope, on the accumulating volume?
Yeah, I just want to, we said earlier in the call that July 1st, we are going to have tiered pricing on all of our products, including the Stem Renew. You've got until July 1st to bring in as many of your preferred customers or anyone who wants to come in and buy the product at the current wholesale price can do that at your shopping cart in your back office, or not in your back office, on your retail website at the current wholesale price of $60. So you have got a month and a half before the tiered pricing goes into effect, so that you can easily generate that 1,250 MBV between your personal volume and the volume of those people who come in through your shopping cart and purchase the product, and not only the Stem Renew, but many of the other wonderful products that we have in the product line. This is an investment in your time. This is the other kind of investment you make. You make investment of money, you make investment of time and focused effort. This is investment of time. This will get you to gold.
Okay, and let's look at the third option. This one's a little bit harder to understand, but basically it's all of your own purchases, all of the purchases that came through your own online storefront, your shopping cart, plus all of the purchases, everybody that you personally enrolled, along with all of their shopping cart purchases. When that accumulates up to 3,000 BV or higher, and there is a little requirement of you here, but once you reach that, you are at gold. Now, the one thing I want to stress is that at least 250 BV of that must be from your own personal purchases and your own shopping cart, and no more than 1,000 can come from your own purchases and your own shopping cart. But again, this is a way to leverage those that you've brought in and what they've ordered and their shopping carts. It's a little harder to understand, but it's very powerful. And when you're looking at where to find that, right on your home page of your back office, you're going to see where it's going to say personal group volume, and it's going to tell you right there what your personal group volume is. So you add that number, subtract it from the 3,000, making sure you have the 250 in your own purchases, and you can see how close you are if you're going to use that method. Now, there's no limit to the number of creative ways to reach gold. Work with your upline to figure out the way that works best for you, but to give you some ideas of, what some people were doing is they were taking pre-orders for Stem Renew and then placing their package and collecting the money up front and placing their packages, their gold package. And, we have teams that are, when we get into the preferred customer part, we have different ways there too. Anything you want to add here, Pope?
No, not really, other than just use your imagination and creativity and, find the way that works best for you. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, they give us a lot of different ways to get there.
Yeah.
So there's really no restriction. It's just your mindset. And your mindset should be, I need to get to the pay level of gold as quickly as I can to maximize the rewards of the plan. And the cool thing that I really like, and we'll talk about this more on the 31st, is once you get there, as long as you're on AutoBank or AutoShip, you're at that pay rank. You don't lose it. You don't have to sit at the end of each month and go, what do I need to do to get, my pay rank up there so I get paid that next month? None of that happens. You're there. So do the work, get to gold, and reap the rewards.
And we've all, I think, who've been in this industry for a while experienced the kind of pay plans where if you don't qualify at your pay level each month, you drop back to wherever you were, whatever you are qualified at. Sometimes they can have a major impact on your income.
Yeah.
With this plan, once you reach gold, you are gold. You're gold forever as long as you stay qualified.
Yeah, and I love this, that there's 3 pay ranks. So there's none of this, trying to explain all of these different rules and things over, a lot of them are like 10. So it's simple to understand once you actually get what each piece is. Now, we're going to be talking about preferred customers here. They have the same ability if you bring them in with that $15 option. Now that's I'm going to let Pope talk about when that's waived because I lost my notes on it. But basically, they can accumulate their personal volume. In bronze, it's the 90 PV. Silver, it's the 500 PV. And gold, it's 1250 PV, just like a distributor. The only difference here is they have no shopping cart. They cannot sponsor anybody, so it's all of their own personal volume. And it can be, you know, in our group, we have two sisters that are taking one account together, and they're both going to be ordering their products under that one account and accumulating so they get to the gold faster. They also
Yeah.
have, oops, sorry, go ahead, Pope.
No, I was just going to say that that $15 fee has been waived until July 31st.
Okay, thank you. My notes, I don't know what I did with it. Then on our preferred customers, they also have the same ability that the distributors do, with the initial order volumes being a little less. Bronze, it's still at the 90, but silver, they can do the 250 PV, and gold, they can do the gold 500 package or the 1,000 in cumulative. The only thing you got to be aware of is if they're ordering one of the packages, when they're enrolling, it's going to change the radio button that's telling the system that you want to be a preferred customer. It's going to change it to say that you want to be a distributor. So if you're going to be doing it, you know, in a package, enroll first as a preferred customer. Don't order any product on that enrollment, and then go into your back office and place the order. And then it'll accumulate and get you to the gold without setting you as a distributor. Any questions or comments on that one?
No, just it's a great opportunity for people who might want to work together in teams to generate the volume in order to get the higher discounts. It's just an excellent system here.
Yeah, and I got my picture because this is kind of what I just got asked, you know, when I was explaining this to the last preferred customer that I signed up, and I said, you know, as you're ordering more and your volume accumulates, you're going to start earning additional discounts. And she ended up being at silver, and I said, so right now you have the 11% discount on all of the other products, and when you get to gold it'll be 34%. And she goes, how much? And I said, yeah, you can earn up to a 34% discount. And she goes, and how long do I have to get that? And I said, no, it's you just accumulate it. There's no time limit. And she goes, and how long do I get to keep it once I get it? And I said, forever. Just pay your $15 per year. So when I saw this graphic, it was like, that's exactly what I was getting. And again, this is going to come based on your mindset when you're sharing it with your preferred customers. I just told her you'll pay a little bit more up front, but you're going to accumulate up to this volume, and once you have it, you're going to be at this, you know, at the same price that I'm paying as gold as a distributor.
Excellent. You know, one of the things, Sandy, that might be worth mentioning is that distributors in NHT can certainly drop ship from their back office. Simply by going in and placing an order, you can ship it to any place you want to ship it. And you can, so that if you're working with someone who absolutely has to stay at a lower discount than they would get through purchasing either as a preferred customer, the program that Sandy just reviewed, or through the retail website, that you can always go in and place an order for them and drop ship it to them. And I believe you can even enter their credit card information for payment of the order. Is that right, Sandy?
That's correct. You can change the billing information and the shipping and use their credit card. And the system does not save credit cards, except for if you're on the auto ship part. So, you know, they don't have to worry that it's in your system now once they give you that credit card. It's used in that order, and then it disappears. You don't have access to place another order under their credit card again. So they don't have to have that fear.
I know that a lot of distributors have been concerned about wanting to keep their customers, their preferred customers, at the lowest possible discount. And of course, this is one way to do it. Now, realize that if you go into your back office and you place an order to drop ship, and that order is going to be sold to them at your cost. If you're a gold distributor, they're going to pay that 34% discount on the stem renew or any of the products that you purchase for them. It may appear on the surface that you're not making any money on that, but that is actually not true, because those drop ship orders that you're placing count as your personal volume. What happens to the business, the BV on your personal orders? And what that is that volume goes into your smaller leg, your pay leg, in the binary, and when you cycle, if you're a gold, you're going to get paid you're going to get paid 20% on the BV in your pay leg. So if you put an order over there for a bottle of Stem Renew, for example, that's going to pay you at 20%. That's going to pay you $8. So it's not that you're not making anything. You are making something on that, just as you earn commissions on your own personal orders.
Very well said. If you have questions on what we've covered, please enter it in your chat box. The thing that I want to stress here is for preferred customers, there's no requirements for them to keep their volume. For a distributor, we have to remain qualified through the auto bank or the auto ship, and that is because we can sponsor people and we can earn commissions. Preferred customer, they don't have any shopping carts, they cannot sponsor anybody, they do not earn commissions. They do have a place in the binary, and at any time they can upgrade to be a distributor, and once they would upgrade to be a distributor, they could start accumulating binary volume for everybody that's below them. But until that time, they're not accumulating any binary volume. So all they need to be doing is going in and placing their orders, and each order that they place will automatically start getting them closer to the higher discounts. At this option also, that $15 option also allows them to go on auto ship. So if they're looking at saying, how do I have the ability to have products shipped to me every 4 weeks, that's the option. The $15 option they can set up under the auto ship. And Pope, you want to add some comments, and I'm going to
I just want to summarize in a nutshell what we've just said to everyone here in terms of looking at why you would want to be a gold. It's simple. Your discount is 34% as opposed to as a bronze 3% or silver 11%. You're earning generational bonuses potentially on 3 levels, 10%, 5%, 3%, as opposed to a bronze 3% on the first level only. In the binary, you're earning 20% as a gold on all the BV on your pay leg. As a bronze, you're earning 5%. As a gold matching bonus, 10%, 5%, 3% on those 3 levels. As a bronze, 3% on your first level only. That, in a nutshell, is why you need to be a gold. If you're in this business, to be in a business, it is the only place you can be.
Okay, then I've got my questions in front. David's asking, does my sponsor have to be gold? No. No, it doesn't matter what your sponsor, what pay rank they're at. What matters is what pay rank you're at, what pay level you're at, and then also what pay level those that you personally sponsor as distributors are at to open up the second and the third level in the generational. But no, it doesn't matter what your sponsor is. And then Michelle is asking, how can I upgrade from bronze to gold? In your back office, you go under order, you're going to see order history. Click on create a new order and order one of the gold packages. You know, there's a couple of different gold packages, and you'll see where it says 500 BV. Click on that, order that, and the system will upgrade you to gold. Again, we don't know how long it's going to be doing that. But it's the way it's programmed right now. Okay, if you have any other questions, I think I have all of them answered. And Mark, I can see where you have your hand up. Can you just put a question, if you have a question, in the chat box? Oops, sorry about that, guys. Forgot I was sharing my screen. Um, so basically, thank you for attending. For more information, we're going to be doing, Pope and I are going to be doing more training, and we're putting our joint efforts together and a few other leaders, and we created a site called multidteam.com. You do have to register at this site in order to get access to it, but we're going to be doing product and business training there. And then we're also going to be doing some pages for the individual pages on each of the products so that you can get more in-depth details on them. And then those pages would also be available for you to share with your preferred customers or any prospects that you have. Okay. And David, you're welcome. David said, thanks for making this so easy to understand. Anything you would like to add, Pope?
No, just thank you, Sandy. Always enjoy doing these kinds of trainings with you. I just hope that people are getting the message, and really this recording will be up, I believe, on the Multi-D Team website. Is that right, Sandy?
Yeah.
In a day or two?
Yep, I'll put it up on
Okay.
Thursday. Michelle is asking where she can find facelift training now. There's a little bit out on YouTube. My sister does a lot of the face treatments and stuff, and I'm going to be working with her, and we're going to be putting an in-depth facelift training, how to apply it, little tips that we're learning. Right now we're still in the experimenting stages, but you'll watch for that on the multidteam.com site, and when it does come out, everybody that's registered over there will get an email that there's the facelift training that's added. Okay, that's all I have. So thank you for everybody for attending. Have an awesome night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.